Please welcome the director, Francis Lawrence. Please welcome him in Berlin. Good morning. Academy Award winner Christoph Waltz. Willkommen in Berlin. And very welcome, Robert Pattinson. So, meine Damen und Herren, Mr. Lawrence, why is it that fascinating, this world of a circus?
Well, I've always been fascinated with the idea, especially of the circus from the 30s, the 20s, the 30s, and the 40s. You know, it was a time before we had 500 channels and satellite television and internet, and not many people went to see films, and nobody really traveled, especially overseas. And so the circus really would travel around and come to towns and bring magic and wonder. But it was also really an interesting nomadic lifestyle and traveling by steam train, and a large, strange family of outcasts traveling together and, you know, becoming one. I just have always been fascinated by those ideas.
A question for Robert. I understand you were a fan of the book before signing up for the movie. So what touched you in this story? And also, were you a little bit intimidated playing opposite two Oscar-winning actors?
I hadn't actually read the book before. I hadn't actually heard of it until I got the part, really. But what did I find interesting about it? I mean, I really like that period of American history. I think it's interesting, kind of being the end of the Wild West, but at the same time there's a lot of money, so there's huge new industries being created. I mean, just seeing the train in the movie, I mean, there was such a new technology, and just kind of combining that with not the bleakness, but just the kind of, you know, how wild the country still was. I mean, and it kind of developed into a very civilized place very quickly after that. But there is, I mean, it's kind of, with Francis' question, I think the circus is something, I mean, just the importance of it to people in the 30s, because there wasn't any other form of entertainment. And just, you know, the fact that it would only come for a couple of days to each of the cities, I mean, that passion that people would bring to it, and just in the audience, I found quite interesting. And also just working with wild animals is something I've always wanted to do. I kind of always want to involve that in every movie I do. I always want to have a dog or something. It's scarier, I think, to do movies with bad actors, because then, you know, you've got to be good, whereas I could be bad in the movie, and and you've kind of got to guarantee that the other two will be good. So it kind of makes it easy. It's an insurance policy.
Mr. Pattinson, you are the first time in Berlin, and how do you like the city here? How do you like Berlin? Oh, sorry.
Excuse me.
He's allergic, you know, that's the main problem right now. Whole Germany's yellow.
I actually came for the first time to Berlin when I was like 17 or 18 on holiday. And I had the most incredible time. I think I was staying in the east, and apparently the place I was staying is now really developed, but when I was there, it was, I mean, there were galleries opening up on every street, and there was so many things, like there was so much live music, and it was amazing. It was a place I've always wanted to go back to, and I never did. And now apparently it's kind of, all the kind of wild areas have all just become like touristy places now. But I don't know, I really wish I could remember some of the bars and stuff I went to, because they were incredible. I had such a great time there.